Minsu couldn't believe the crazy things Kim was saying or how far she had gone just for a guy and the need to fit in. She told Kim that she understood what it felt like to be different. She had grown up as a black girl in Korea, always the outcast, always the different one. But she never let that turn her into a monster. Moving closer, she looked Kim in the eyes and told her to look at herself in the mirror and ask if she truly loved what she saw. Kim, now furious, screamed at Minsu to get out. She was shouting, her anger overwhelming her. Minsu turned and left. As she walked downstairs, she came across a beautiful woman who she suspected was Kim's mother. The woman didn't seem to care about what was happening upstairs. Instead, she was holding a glass of red wine, laughing as Minsu walked out. On the way back to the office, Minsu couldn't stop thinking about Kim and how pitiful she had looked. She had always heard her mother say that the most evil people were those from the upper class because they would do anything to remain at the top, even at the expense of their own children. Minsu sat outside the art studio eating a donut for lunch, but her mind was elsewhere. She couldn't stop thinking about Kim. Ignoring her completely felt wrong since they had once been friends. She wondered if there was anything she could do to help, to at least show Kim that she was capable and beautiful, that she didn't need anyone's validation to see her worth. As she sat deep in thought, Woobin pulled up on his motorcycle and parked nearby. He got off, leaned against it, and studied her. Noticing the donut in her hand, he questioned why she was eating that instead of real food. Minsu explained that she was saving money since she hadn't received her salary yet. Feeling bad, Woobin offered to pay her in advance, but she declined, insisting that she would manage. He watched her curiously, realizing how different she was from the other women he had met. She never asked for anything, never relied on anyone. Noticing his stare, Minsu asked if there was something on her face. Instead of answering directly, Woobin wondered aloud why she didn't just ask Sunjin for money. He joked that she was dating one of the richest people in Korea, yet she was still eating a donut for lunch. Minsu simply told him that she was used to doing things herself and didn't like asking for help. Trying to change the subject, she asked if he had ever been in love. Without hesitation, Woobin responded that he didn't fall in love. Women fell for him instead. Minsu laughed, amused by his confidence, but he continued with a more serious tone. He admitted that if he ever did fall in love, he would be the type to kill for that person, to go to the ends of the earth to hunt down anyone who hurt them. He said it with such sincerity that Minsu realized he wasn't joking. Calling him crazy, she shook her head, though he only laughed. When he asked why she had brought up the topic, she mentioned having a friend who was crazy in love but chose not to elaborate. Checking the time, she excused herself, saying it was time to get back to work, and walked into the studio. Inside, a few clients had arrived, and Minsu had to assist them. She helped a Korean gentleman browse through the paintings, explaining their meanings and styles. As she spoke, the man watched her intently before asking where she was from. When she replied that she was Korean, he chuckled, clearly not believing her. Moving closer, he suddenly grabbed her hand, commenting on how sexy she looked. Fear crept up her spine as she demanded that he let go, but he tightened his grip, ignoring her discomfort. He told her that he would pay her if she accompanied him to his hotel. Minsu struggled to pull away, but his grip remained firm. Woobin, passing by, noticed the scene. Without hesitation, he stormed over, grabbed the man by his shirt, and ordered him to release Minsu. The man merely laughed, brushing off the situation as simple curiosity, saying he wanted to try something different. That was all it took for Woobin to snap. His fist connected with the man's face, sending him sprawling to the floor. Without giving him a chance to recover, Woobin pressed his foot down on the man's hand and warned him never to step foot in the art studio again. Scrambling to his feet, the man wasted no time running out the door. Minsu, still shaken, rubbed her wrist where a small bruise had formed. Wu-bin turned to her and asked if she was okay. She nodded, though the incident had unsettled her. Without another word, Wu-bin walked back to his office, leaving Minsu standing there for a moment before she quietly returned to hers.